I like adventure. I like traveling. So as soon as they asked me if I'd be interested in going to Iraq, I jumped at that opportunity. I went over there as a distribution coordinator. And while we were there, we had partnerships with different organizations. We distributed about 50,000 jackets. We distributed about 40,000 blankets, 6,000 carpets, mattresses, a bunch of kerosene heaters, and about 25 ton of food. We were working mostly with the IDPs, that's the internally displaced people, and they were Christians, Yazidis, Muslims, Kurdi, all kinds of people were displaced from their homes. So we got to distribute to and with all kinds of people. We did not select one group of people. We distributed to everyone that was in need. Some of them came from Syria, and they were called refugees, and they had their camp. But a lot of the people, when Daesh or ISIS came into an area, these people had to flee. So they came from other cities and towns such as Mosul in Iraq, and they had to move north to get away from the terrorists. So they were all internally displaced people that came from Iraq. Those tents were white tents that were supplied mostly by the UN and other organizations. UN UK supplied a lot, UNHCR supplied, but they were typically a Quonset-looking tent, and they weren't large enough to accommodate all of the members of the family. The Yazidi families are very large families. They can have 15, 18 members of their family. So typically, like one camp I worked with had 140 families, but they had 160 tents because it took a couple of tents to accommodate some of those people. The tents were all packed very closely together, like 3 or 4 feet apart. I was there in November, December, January, and at that time there was snow, there was mud, because they were in fields, and some of them they were to their ankles. The conditions were appalling, even for the winter. Kids would gather around for a hug, sing songs together. We didn't speak the language, but sign language takes you a lot of miles, and I was able to teach them some English words, the alphabet, count with them, sing silly songs like I love you, and then they'd stand there wanting the next person, I love, and they would look to see what I'm going to do, and I had a ball with the children. I've been to many countries, but I think Iraq has probably left me with more memories and more stories than anywhere else that I've traveled.